Taking a look at the interest rate futures today, I want to focus on the 5-year note. The 5-year note, the biggest percentage mover today. When you look at the yield curve, we did see a significant bid across all the durations, but when you look at the curve itself, you're seeing the 5 years being bid up stronger than the rest of the curve today. And again, some moving dynamics. We saw some weakness in the equity markets coming out of the long weekend, some disappointing news coming out of the trade front, and therefore we saw further flight to safety once again today. And the 5-year up on the day, we're settling right around the 120.07 level. Now we did see a high of 120.12.7 and a low of 119.27.5. So again, pushing up towards that top end of the range, and you continue to see this upward trend when you look at it from a technical standpoint. We're seeing again the bids continuing to come in across all those durations and the yields being pushed lower. And right now you're looking at about 1.34 on that 5-year note, and that is the lowest yield of all the durations right now. That's the inflection point that we're looking at when you look at the different yields over the duration points between 1 month to 30 years. And looking at today's range, again, talk about volatility within this space. We saw a range today when you look at the yields, 1.31 on the low end, 1.414 on the top end. So better than 10 basis point move in yields today. So once again, we continue to see the volatility being realized in the equity markets, also being realized in the bond markets as well. And looking at the 5-year, when you look at that yield curve, talking about the inversions, of course, a lot of focus on that 210, and we did see that basically stay right around flat. I think settling about 1 point in reversion there, but ultimately that 210 spread still pretty tight. But when you look at the inflection point here, that 5-year note down around the 1.34 level, you continue to see strong demand for that duration and between the 3s, the 5s, and the 7s. And we look at the auctions as well. Now, last week we did have 41 billion that was auctioned off, and very strong bid to cover in the 5-year as well. So it appears that right now, when you see how money is moving, that they're focused heavily on that 3, 5, 7 range right now, and that's where we're seeing today the kickoff the September month. We're seeing again a strong bid in the 5-year note settling just off the highs of the day.